Morning, YouTube. It is right about 8:30 in the morning. Obviously, I just said a good morning. The 11th of October, and once again, I feel like time is flying by real quick. I'm sorry about that. My training collar remote for this guy right here. Boogie, come here. Come here. Come here. There he is. There's my mascot. That's Uzi. Say hi to the camera right here. Say hi to the camera. See it? Right there? Right there. Right there. See it? No? Get back. Alright, get back. Anyway, I want to talk about something very near and dear to me because it affects me. Real quick. Vaping. So, Michigan was like the first state or second state to ban flavored vaping products. And there's a huge push, and I can't prove this. I can only assume this because of the things that are happening. And that's going to be that Big Tobacco has paid the states and the federal government to ban vaping products because they're losing money. And this also there's an act that was passed in like 2001 or 2002. I can't remember what it was called. Something about something to do with money. The name has something to do with money and it's the tobacco industry. So the more tobacco or cigarettes that a state sells, the more that tobacco company has to give that state monetarily for anti-smoking campaigns and health benefits. So because the tobacco industry deceived the American people for so long, they were sued in like 2001, and according to how many packs of cigarettes are sold in that state, the state gets kickbacks from the company to help fund for health problems and anti-youth smoking ads and stuff like that. But many states that produce tobacco just use that money to help produce more tobacco, like Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, yada yada. So now that this is another thing that I think that's happening. Now that the tobacco sales are going down, the tobacco companies aren't having to give as much money to the states. Therefore, the states are banning vaping so that tobacco sales will go back up, and then they'll get more money from the tobacco companies to use for whatever they want to use it for. Roads, to line their pockets, whatever it might be, vacations, credit cards, whatever, you know. So that's one thing. And obviously the tobacco companies, I believe, are helping push this because they're getting less money because their sales are down. So anyways, there's common sense that comes into play here. Very easy common sense. When you're smoking, you're burning something. Anytime you burn something, the carbon that comes from the smoke is cancerous. So like when you eat toast, the burnt part of the toast is cancerous. When you eat steak and it's burnt, that charred area of the steak is cancerous. Anything you burn that you consume is cancerous. I'm not sure the science behind that. If maybe the burnt stuff kills cells and new cells have to be replaced, and then the repeating of replacing those cells creates a cancer cell eventually in the future. Something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I'm assuming that's the way it is. So when you burn a cigarette, it's burning, therefore it's just cancerous in itself. You can smoke an organic cigarette without all the chemicals in it, and it's still cancerous. Now, when you buy a mainstream cigarette, a Marlboro, Winston, Basic, Newport, all those cigarettes. If you buy one of those and smoke it, you're inhaling not only just burnt carcinogens, but you're inhaling right around 4,280 chemicals. That's crazy. But anyway, so you're inhaling 4,280 chemicals. They might be small in amount, but they're large in number. So I'm going to pick up one of my employees here. I don't know exactly where I'm going. Anyway, so when you smoke a cigarette, you're getting all those chemicals and it's burning. And many of those chemicals are cancerous in themselves. You have like ammonia, freon, formaldehyde, asbestos. There's all kinds of stuff in cigarettes that shouldn't be there. So if I do smoke product placement. Not getting paid for this, trust me. Organic cigarettes. So when I do smoke, I'm just getting the cancerous smoke and the nicotine, which is not cancerous, contrary to popular belief. And the tar and all that stuff. I'm not getting all those other chemicals. Anyways, when you vape, you're getting nothing's being burned. Nothing's being burned. So right there, you're winning right away. You're getting nicotine, which is not cancerous. You're getting propylene glycol, which I don't know if it's cancerous or not, but it's food grade material, so I'm assuming that it's not. But you know what happens when you assume. You make an ass out of you and me. And you're also getting vegetable glycerin. And vegetable glycerin, people have been using that for years in their soaps and for facial creams and this and that. And it could be cancerous, but if it is, it's very, very, maybe it affects like very small people. I don't know, small amount of people. So you're getting propylene glycol, vegetable glycerin, nicotine, and flavoring. Well, the flavoring might have some, maybe 5-6 chemicals in order to make it taste the way it tastes. And I think like the popcorn flavors and the cream flavors may cause popcorn lung. That's to use at your own discretion. But you're only getting roughly, 3 to 4 to 5, 6, maybe 10 chemicals when you vape, and nothing's being burnt. It's a no-brainer, people. This stuff is 4,270 times less cancerous for you than a cigarette. So, you do the math. 10 chemicals minus 4,280 chemicals in a cigarette. There you go. So, it's just a no-brainer, guys. All this mainstream media is pushing that vaping's dangerous and blah, 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 blah. There's been 29 deaths. The deaths that are associated with this are because of bootleg THC jewel pods. The bootleg THC jewel pods had vitamin E acetate in there. Vitamin E acetate is basically an oil. When you heat an oil up at these temperatures, which are basically food cooking temperatures, what's it going to do? It's going to cook your lungs. When you put an oil on anything that's super hot, it's going to cook it. When you fry French fries, it's at a high temperature with oil. When you fry, anything in oil, it cooks. So basically what these people were doing was cooking their lungs, onsetting fast, or for one sec, creating fast onsetting pneumonia, which killed them quickly. So there were the 29 cases or whatever of people dying and like 400 cases of fast onsetting pneumonia. Uzi, get in the back. Uzi, get in the back. In the back. I gotta move that stuff out of your way. So anyways, it's a no-brainer, guys. The tobacco companies are pushing this to further line their pockets. The states are pushing this to further line their pockets. And the media is creating this boogeyman out of nothing. So anyways, you guys do some research and figure it out for yourselves. God bless you. God bless America.